Richard "Dick" Gimmi took to the skies in 1940 through the government-sponsored civilian pilot training program, where he received his pilot's license. When Japan bombed Pearl Harbor, Dick left college and joined the Army Air Corps, and was then stationed in Corsica, where he completed 70 combat missions in the B-25 medium bomber. In 1949, after receiving his college degree, he accepted a regular commission in the Air Force and returned to active duty as a flight instructor. In 1952, he was selected for exchange duty with the U.S. Navy as an instructor and became carrier qualified while logging over 600 hours flight time. He was then returned to the Air Force's Strategic Air Command Fighter Wing, where he flew the F-84F. In 1957, Dick served in Korea as an operations officer in a tactical fighter wing. After Korea, he began work in the education sector as a professor of air science at the University of Virginia, and then as a faculty member of the Air Command and Staff College at Maxwell Air Force Base. But the love of fast flying and his country's need for qualified combat-experienced pilots brought Dick back into action in 1966, when he became Chief of Combat Operations of the 388th Tactical Fighter Wing in Southeast Asia. After 115 F-105D missions over North Vietnam, he was designated the 7th Air Force Liaison Officer assigned to Navy Task Force 77 Command Headquarters aboard multiple aircraft carriers in the Gulf of Tonkin. In 1967, Dick was promoted to colonel and assigned to the Joint Chiefs of Staff as a senior staff officer in the NATO Policy Branch. His last assignment before retiring in 1975 was Chief Air Force Section and Deputy Chief Joint United States Military Advisor Group, the Spanish Air Ministry, Madrid, Spain. Dick's love for speed continues today with his auto racing passion, which involves his beloved Porsche 911. He and his wife Marie live in Colombia. They've been together 68 years. They have 3 sons and 1 daughter. In 2009, Dick's son Russell wrote a biography of his father called Airman, which covers the thrilling tales of Dick's illustrious military career. Dick's military awards include the Silver Star, the Legion of Merit, 3 Distinguished Flying Crosses, the Bronze Star, 22 Air Medals, the Meritorious Service Medal, the Vietnam Cross of Gallantry, the Joint Chiefs of Staff Badge, and the Spanish Army of the Air Pilot Wings.
I would say, in looking at flying, the best moment was flying F-105s in Vietnam, up north, Hanoi, Haiphong, in that area. And probably the most memorable was a Wild Weasel, which is a flak and missile suppression flight, which I was on the Duma Bridge, which crosses the Red River just north of Hanoi. And on that mission, we were able to get the entire strike flight over the target without losing any airplanes, and we destroyed the flak suppression units and about 5 missile sites and some radar sites, and we were able to get ourselves back in one piece. Although my airplane did get some holes, I didn't get any. I look back on my career in the military as being fantastic. And I need to say this, my wife was extremely supportive, and she deserves a great deal of credit. We had 4 children, and when I was separated overseas, she stayed home and ran the house, and she ran it like a general. I would like to be remembered not for anything specific, but just to be remembered as an honest person, one that was interested in the society which we live, one that could honor other people and recognize that we all have our individual gifts that we can contribute to mankind. And I think that to have a legacy where my children, and my children today, the youngest is 53, the oldest is 61, and they have all been upstanding or outstanding and upright individuals. A daughter who is a jewel and 3 sons. And I think I would like to see them carry forth the dedication which I have tried to instill in them.